Listen to me right now. This is not just a morning, this is a divine appointment. Heaven arranged this moment because God is about to shift the battle in your favor. Psalm 91 is not poetry, it is a weapon. It is not comfort, it is coverage. God said, I will fight what you cannot fight. I will shield what you cannot protect. I will move what you cannot move. You did not wake up by accident. You woke up because heaven still has purpose for you. Some of you have been under attack in ways you cannot explain. Your mind, your family, your finances, your peace. But God said, you are not exposed. You are covered. You are not surrounded by fear. You are surrounded by angels. What came to break you will not prevail against you. The battle that feels heavy today will not touch you because the Lord himself is standing between you and what is trying to harm you. This is your reminder that you do not fight alone. You do not walk unguarded. You do not face the day without divine defense. God is going before you, standing behind you, and covering you from above. What the enemy planned to use against you, God is turning into protection and victory. Your morning is shifting because God is stepping into your situation. If this word is stirring your spirit, respond in faith right now. Like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily prayer, because what God is releasing into your life is not temporary. It is a season of divine protection and peace. And write amen in the comments if you believe Psalm 91 is covering you today. Now declare it boldly and seal it with your voice. Comment one thing you're believing God for today, because when you speak it, you align with it. God will fight for you, he will defend you, and he will cover you as you step into this day. God is your refuge and divine covering, not as a distant idea, but as a living reality that surrounds you even now. When the world feels unstable and your heart searches for safety, there is a place prepared for you, not made by human hands, not built by human strength, but formed by divine love and eternal protection. This refuge is not somewhere you have to run to in fear. It is somewhere you are invited to rest in faith. It is a place where your soul can breathe, where your spirit can settle, and where your heart can remember that it is held. You were never meant to carry the weight of life alone. You were never designed to stand exposed to every storm, every voice, every threat. God saw the fragility of the human heart and provided shelter before the storms even began. His covering is not fragile. It does not tear under pressure. It does not weaken under attack, and it does not disappear when circumstances change. It is steady, constant, and faithful, wrapping around you like a quiet promise that you are not alone. There are moments when fear tries to tell you that you are unprotected, that you are vulnerable, that you are on your own. But fear speaks from uncertainty while God speaks from truth. His word reminds you that you are hidden in him, protected by his presence and surrounded by his peace. Even when you cannot see the walls of protection, they are there, standing strong around your life. You may not always feel safe, but safety is not a feeling, it is a reality rooted in God's faithfulness. Feelings change, circumstances shift, but his covering remains. When the noise of the world becomes overwhelming, his refuge becomes your quiet place. When the weight of your worries grows heavy, his shelter becomes your rest. You are not escaping reality, you are stepping into a deeper truth. This divine covering is not reserved for perfect people or flawless lives. It is given to those who seek, who trust, who believe, even when their faith feels small. God does not measure your worth by your performance. He measures it by his love. His refuge is not something you earn. It is something you receive. You may look back and realize how many times you were protected without knowing it, how many dangers you avoided, how many situations were redirected, how many moments were shielded from harm. You thought you were lucky, but you were covered. You thought you were fortunate, but you were protected. God was guarding you when you were unaware, surrounding you when you felt alone. His covering is not only protection from what you can see, but also from what you cannot. There are battles you never had to fight because God stood in your place. There are storms that never reached you because his presence blocked them. There are paths you never walked because he gently redirected your steps. When you choose to rest in God as your refuge, you are choosing trust over fear. You are choosing peace over anxiety. You are choosing faith over uncertainty. You are allowing his presence to become your home, your anchor, your safe place. Even in the middle of chaos, his covering remains. Even when life feels unpredictable, his refuge is steady. Even when your heart feels tired, his presence is gentle. You are not exposed. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are held. There is a calm strength that comes from knowing you are protected. It does not remove challenges, but it changes how you face them. It does not eliminate fear, but it gives you courage. It does not erase pain, but it brings comfort. You are learning to trust the shelter God has provided. You are learning to release what you cannot control. You are learning to rest in what He has promised. His refuge is not temporary, it is eternal. His covering is not limited, it is complete. You are safe in His presence. You are secure in His love. You are surrounded by His peace. Angels are assigned to protect you not as a distant idea or symbolic comfort, but as a living reality woven into the unseen fabric of your life. There are moments when you feel a gentle sense of safety that cannot be explained, a quiet assurance that you are not alone, a peace that arrives even when circumstances remain uncertain. That peace is not accidental. It is the whisper of heaven reminding you that you are watched over, guarded, and surrounded by a divine presence that never sleeps. From the moment you were formed, God placed His protection around you. He did not send you into the world unguarded. He did not release you without covering. His angels move according to His will, carrying out assignments that align with your purpose and preserve your life. They stand in places you cannot see. They move in moments you cannot measure, and they protect you in ways you may never fully understand. There have been times when danger was closer than you realized, when outcomes could have been different, when a single moment could have changed everything. Yet you were spared. You were redirected. You were shielded. What you thought was coincidence was divine intervention. What you believed was chance was heavenly protection at work on your behalf. Even when you felt alone, you were never unguarded. Even when your heart was heavy, you were never uncovered. Angels were standing in the unseen, surrounding you with care, carrying out the instructions of God with quiet obedience. They are not limited by time or space. They are not hindered by what you can see. They move beyond the natural, working within the spiritual to protect what God has chosen. Their presence does not remove challenges, but it ensures that no challenge can destroy you. It does not prevent storms, but it keeps them from overwhelming you. It does not erase pain, but it brings comfort and strength in the midst of it. You are never facing life alone because heaven is actively involved in your journey. There are moments when you may sense a sudden peace after prayer, a calm after fear, a reassurance after uncertainty. These moments are gentle reminders that heaven is near, that you are not walking without guidance, that you are not living without protection, that you are not moving through this world unsupported. You may not see them, but they see you. You may not hear them, but they hear your prayers. You may not feel them, but they surround you. Their assignment is not to draw attention to themselves, but to point you back to the one who sent them. They move in alignment with God's purpose for your life, guarding what is precious to Him. Even when you make mistakes, His protection remains. Even when you feel unworthy, His covering does not leave. Angels do not abandon you when you struggle. They remain faithful to the assignment God has given, because His love for you does not change with your circumstances. You are protected in ways you cannot count. You are guarded in moments you cannot remember. You are watched over in places you cannot see. This is not because of what you have done, but because of who God is. As you move through each day, you can walk with a quiet confidence, knowing that heaven surrounds you. You are not exposed. You are not forgotten. You are not unguarded. You are divinely protected. Fear will not control your life, even if it has tried to speak loudly in your thoughts and settle deeply in your heart. Fear is not your master, and it is not your identity. It is a feeling that passes, not a truth that defines you. You were created to live in peace, to walk with confidence, and to move forward with calm assurance. The presence of fear does not mean you are weak. It means you are human, but the power within you is greater than what tries to rise against you. There were moments when fear made you pause, hesitate, or doubt yourself. It whispered that you were not ready, not capable, not strong enough. But fear only speaks from what it sees, and it cannot see what God has placed inside you. It does not know the strength of your spirit, the depth of your resilience, or the purpose guiding your life. Fear tries to keep you focused on what could go wrong instead of what is possible. You have carried fear silently, hiding it behind your smiles and your strength. You have learned how to function even when your heart felt unsettled. But fear was never meant to be your companion. It was never meant to shape your decisions or define your direction. You are learning now that you can acknowledge fear without obeying it. Every time you choose courage, you are weakening fear's hold. Every time you choose trust, you are quieting its voice. Every time you take a step forward despite uncertainty, you are proving that fear does not rule you. You are not denying its presence, you are rising above its influence. There is a calm strength growing within you as you learn to release what you cannot control. You are learning to rest in what is certain instead of worrying about what is not. You are learning that peace is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of trust. Fear may try to remind you of past pain, but it cannot predict your future. It may bring memories of what hurt you, but it cannot decide what will heal you. Your life is not moving backward, it is unfolding forward. You are not trapped by what was. You are guided by what is becoming. You are allowed to feel, but you are not required to stay. Fear is a visitor, not a resident. It may knock, but you do not have to open the door. You are choosing a new response, one rooted in faith, hope, and calm. As you continue to grow, fear will lose its power. Its voice will become quieter. Its influence will weaken. You will recognize that you are not defined by your worries, but by your strength, your faith, and your peace. You are learning to breathe deeply, to trust fully, and to move forward gently. Your heart is becoming lighter. Your spirit is becoming stronger. Your mind is becoming clearer. Fear will not control your life. God goes before you in every battle, even the ones you never expected to fight. Before you feel the weight of resistance, before you sense the pressure of uncertainty, before you become aware of the challenge, God is already present, already moving, already preparing the way. You are never stepping into unknown territory alone. The path may feel unfamiliar, but the one guiding you knows every step before you take it. There are moments when life feels like a constant struggle, when every new day brings another challenge, another decision, another mountain to face. But you are not meeting these moments without help. God is standing ahead of you, clearing obstacles you cannot see, softening hearts you have not yet met, and creating openings where there once were walls. What feels like resistance is often redirection, guiding you towards something greater. You may not always understand why certain battles appear, why certain doors close, or why certain seasons feel heavy, but God sees the full picture. He knows what lies ahead and what must be removed to protect you. When He goes before you, He is not only preparing victory, He is also guarding your heart and shaping your character. Every step you take is supported by His presence. Every decision you make is surrounded by His wisdom. Every challenge you face is already known to Him. You are not reacting to life. You are moving in alignment with divine guidance. There were times when you felt unprepared, when fear whispered that you could not handle what was in front of you. But God does not send you where He has not already gone. He does not place you in situations without equipping you. The same power that goes before you also stands with you and remains behind you. Your battles are not meant to break you. They are meant to reveal your strength, deepen your faith, and remind you that you are not alone. What you face today is shaping who you are becoming tomorrow. God is using every moment to guide you closer to your purpose. You are learning to trust His lead, to walk without needing to see every detail, to move forward even when the path feels unclear. This trust brings peace. It quiets fear. It strengthens your spirit. God is already in your future, preparing what you will need when you arrive. He is aligning people, opportunities, and timing for your good. You are never late. You are never forgotten. You are always guided. As you continue to move forward, let your heart rest in the truth that you are not fighting alone. You are supported by a power greater than anything you face. God goes before you in every battle. Victory is already declared over your life, not as a distant promise, but as a present reality that is unfolding with every step you take. Even when you cannot see the full picture, even when the path feels uncertain, there is a deeper truth working beneath the surface. Your life is not moving toward defeat. It is moving toward fulfillment. What you are walking through is not the end of your story. It is part of the journey that is shaping you into who you are becoming. There are moments when you feel tired from the waiting, when your heart grows heavy from carrying hope for so long. But hope is not wasted. Every time you believed when it was hard, every time you trusted when you felt unsure, you were aligning with what has already been spoken over your life. Victory is not something you chase. It is something you step into as you continue forward in faith. Your challenges do not cancel your future. They refine it. Your setbacks do not erase your purpose. They strengthen it. Every obstacle has been preparing you to stand in the fullness of what is meant for you. You are not behind. You are being formed. Even when circumstances feel loud, your destiny is steady. Even when doubts rise, your purpose remains. There is a calm strength within you that continues to grow, reminding you that what is ahead is greater than what is behind. You are learning to release fear and embrace trust, to let go of control and rest in guidance, to move forward without needing every answer. This is where peace begins to grow. There is grace surrounding you in every moment. There is favor working quietly on your behalf. There is purpose unfolding even when you cannot see it. You are not alone in this journey. Your life is moving toward light, toward clarity, toward peace. You are stepping into a future shaped by hope, strengthened by faith, and guided by love. Victory is already declared over your life. You are hidden in the shadow of the Almighty, not as something distant or symbolic, but as a living, breathing reality that surrounds you even now. This shadow is not darkness. It is shelter. It is not fear. It is safety. It is not confinement. It is covering. To be hidden in this place means you are close enough to feel His presence, near enough to rest in His peace, secure enough to know you are protected. There is a quiet closeness in this shadow that the world cannot understand. It is not loud or dramatic, but it is steady and strong. It holds you when you are tired. It comforts you when you are weary. It surrounds you when you feel alone. You are not exposed to the storms of life without protection. You are held in a place where fear cannot rule and anxiety cannot dominate. When life feels overwhelming, this shadow becomes your refuge. It is where you can pause, breathe, and remember who you are. You do not have to prove yourself here. You do not have to perform. You do not have to carry everything alone. You are safe to rest, safe to trust, safe to be still. There were moments when you felt too small, too fragile, too uncertain to keep going. But even then, you were never uncovered. Even then, you were being shielded. Even then, you were being guided. The shadow of the Almighty does not move away when you struggle. It remains constant and faithful. This covering does not remove every challenge, but it changes how you face them. It brings calm into chaos. It brings strength into weakness. It brings peace into uncertainty. You are learning that safety is not the absence of storms, but the presence of God within them. As you walk through each day, you carry this shadow with you. You are never outside of it. You are never beyond its reach. You are surrounded by a love that does not fade and a protection that does not fail. You are hidden in the shadow of the Almighty. What attacks you will not overtake you, even when the pressure feels close and the weight feels heavy. There are moments when it seems like life is moving faster than you can keep up with, when challenges rise one after another and your strength feels tested. But there is a deeper truth beneath every storm. You are not moving toward defeat. You are moving through it. What comes against you does not have the authority to define your outcome. There have been seasons when it felt like the struggle was stronger than your hope, when the waves felt higher than your faith. Yet you are still here. You are still standing. You are still breathing. That is not by chance. It is because something greater is surrounding you, holding you, guiding you forward, even when you feel tired. What tries to overwhelm you is not greater than what lives within you. Every challenge you face is met with a strength you did not know you had. Every moment of fear is met with a courage that rises quietly. You are not alone in this journey. You are supported by a presence that does not grow weary. There were moments when you thought you would not make it, when the weight felt too much to carry. But you did. You kept going. You learned to breathe again. You learned to stand again. You learned to trust again. What tried to break you became part of your strength. You are learning that storms pass, that pain changes, that seasons shift. Nothing that comes against you stays forever. You are not trapped. You are moving forward. You are growing beyond what once held you. Even when fear whispers that you will not survive, your life is proving otherwise. You are here. You are becoming. You are rising. What attacks you will not overtake you. You are stepping into a reality where peace leads your thoughts and hope guides your heart, where the weight you once carried begins to lift and your spirit starts to feel lighter. There is a calm unfolding within you that does not depend on circumstances, a quiet assurance that your life is held by something greater than what you see. Victory is not something you are waiting for. It is something you are learning to live from because it has already been declared over you and is now shaping the way you move through each day. There were times when you felt unsure about the future, when the path ahead felt unclear and your heart questioned what was coming next. But even in those moments, your life was being guided with care. You were not wandering without direction. You were being led towards something meaningful, something aligned, something filled with purpose. Every step you took, even the hesitant ones, was part of a greater journey unfolding. You are learning to trust what you cannot yet see, to release the need to control every outcome, to rest in the knowledge that your life is moving in a direction that is good and full of promise. This trust is not loud or dramatic, it is gentle and steady, growing quietly in your heart. There is a strength rising within you that comes from knowing you are supported, a confidence that does not depend on approval, a peace that does not fade when challenges appear. You are becoming more grounded, more centered, more open to what is unfolding around you. You are not defined by your past. You are not limited by your mistakes. You are not bound by your fears. You are moving forward with clarity and calm. Your life is unfolding in a way that is meaningful and full of hope. You are stepping into a season where peace surrounds you and purpose guides you. Victory is already declared over your life as you sit with these words. Allow your heart to rest in the calm that is now surrounding you. You are not here by chance. This moment was created for you to breathe again, to feel steady again, and to remember that you are supported in ways you cannot always see. Carry this peace with you into the rest of your day. Let it move with you in your thoughts, your choices, and your conversations. You do not have to rush what is unfolding. Trust that everything is aligning in its own perfect time. When uncertainty tries to rise, return to this stillness. When your mind feels heavy, return to this truth. You are held, guided, and cared for with deep intention. Let your heart remain open to hope. Even the smallest sense of peace is a sign that something beautiful is growing within you. Your spirit is becoming lighter, and your path is becoming clearer. You are learning to walk without fear, to breathe without tension, and to move forward with quiet confidence. What is meant for you is finding its way to you. Stay connected to this gentle strength. Let it remind you that you are never alone and never forgotten. There is always support surrounding you. Each new day is an invitation to begin again, to trust again, and to believe again. You are not starting over, you are continuing forward. Your life is unfolding with purpose and care. Even when you do not see the full picture, you are being led with wisdom and love. Hold on to this calm and let it guide you. Let it shape the way you see yourself and the way you face the world. Move forward with peace in your heart, knowing that you are supported every step of the way